What's happening, everyone? Welcome to our second mission of our highlight style video. We're going to be looking at some new units that I'm adding to my army. First off, we're talking about this infantry cart that I got here. I haven't used it yet. I'm assuming it's just giving ammo to my infantry, so I just wanted to try it out this mission. I have AT miners. They're going to be at the top of the screen right there. We have AP miners for anti-personnel mines, and then we have two squads or two pairs of engineers, combat engineers. They're going to be setting up defenses and giving us some barricades and some blockades for different roads and different stuff coming in. Those are going to be the main things. So yeah, everything else is pretty much the same. 4 Fallschirmjäger squads, 2 Panzer 1s, 2 artillery units, 2 supply trucks, some recon, and some medics. Let's get into the mission. Let's see what happens. Looking at our objective, we have 3 main avenues of approach. It's going to be the farther eastern side, which is going to be up at the top of our screen. We have our southern side, which has 3 different roads that are going to be coming in, as well as our northern flank. I will be talking to each of these flanks individually in the coming seconds. Talking about our defenses for a second, we're going to be putting AT mines along the main avenues of approach, which is going to be this main road right here. And anti-personnel mines are going to be going in these little walkways through the fence lines, where infantry, I think, are going to more likely push through, because this is the straight on approach where they're going to be coming from. And so we're going to be mainly focusing on this direction because I think this is where they're going to be coming from, since the map is focused this way. Okay, now talking about our southern flank, there's 3 roads right here, which they can come in and flank us from. So I'm actually going to put some mines on this, was this easternmost road up at the top, to make sure no tanks get through there. And then for these other 2 roads, since I'm going to be running out of mines after this one, I will put tank barriers, tank obstacles, so they can't push down those roads. It's more going to be an infantry push, and then my guys will be in the buildings trying to clear out any enemies that are pushing towards us. On our northern side, same thing, kind of like our southern side, we're going to put not AT mines, we're going to be putting tank barriers, tank obstacles in a nice long stretch to make sure tanks don't come in from this side, because I don't want to be flanked too much from them. Infantry, yes, they can come in on the side, but I'll have a Fallschirmjäger squad positioned in this building here, as well as behind these trees and barrels, so they don't come from this side. I will also be putting a recon squad farther to the north, going to be off the screen over here, so that way we can see if anyone's really trying to come around us. As for my last final defenses before the push, I put my officer inside the church with a couple of engineers. I blocked them inside using the tank barrier that builds around it, and so these guys are going to be basically locked in here, holding down the point as long as they can. Contact starts with my Pat gun starting to open fire on a T-26 Soviet tank pushing on the far south side. We're finally able to get a killing blow. The Soviets send their mighty T-27s barreling straight for us, breaking down a brick wall, but they gain destroyed by some good artillery. Seeing a couple infantry push from my south side, I prepare my recon to start engaging them. Noticing more coming, I send my tank over to help support as an endless wave of Russian soldiers start pushing us. Recon and artillery fight for their lives as more Russian infantry keep on pushing the barricades. Friendly artillery gets some great shots in the middle of the road, stalling that advance from the south. The only way I don't miss a shot is when I get super close and barrel stuff. With most of the Soviets dead on the south side, I send infantry to go pick up AT rifles to help quell any armored pushes that come from the Soviets. I finally spot the mortar that's been shelling us, so I redirect artillery to start hammering it. Hearing AT guns taking shots at my tank, I push up a recon soldier to start dealing with them, as well as a medic to revive my down soldier. Pushing the front line, I'm able to kill all 3 of the soldiers, and then I use that soldier to pick up an AT weapon from them, hoping to delay any armor that's pushing. Soviets renew their advance from another angle, getting very close to my artillery battery, so I try to push some units back to help support. I single-handedly start holding down the front as artillery gives me some help. The Soviets now come in from a new direction from the north with a large infantry element. I switch my infantry to the right windows, hoping to get some nice clear shots on them, dig into our foxholes and start laying into them with SMG fire, killing at least 5 in the spray. I hastily push one of my infantry forward, trying to grab an MG that's laying on the ground, but infantry start pushing me again. I'm able to grab it finally and start running backwards, but they get too close to me and finish me off. Score a hit with the AT rifle, push up to find a field gun that's been hiding on the other side of the wall. So I try to push up a little bit, disable it with 1 shot, and then I throw a grenade over, but I accidentally hit the wall and I almost kill myself. Small units of Soviets push the town center but get killed by infantry and AT guns. Germans renewed their assault from the south with a bunch of infantry and a tank, so I use a medic with an AT rifle and start shooting at it. The Soviet wave of troops is just overwhelming all my guys, so I just put in my Panzer I and start mowing down as much infantry as possible. Russian infantry start pushing behind us through the town as well as crawling through the garage, hoping to get through us, but I'm able to get some infantry in the way and mowing them down with a machine gun. With the Soviets getting too close to my guys in the houses, I start falling them back to better fighting positions. A flat gun starts engaging my guys, so I duck them behind their cover and try to get my artillery to start engaging it as quickly as possible. I see infantry on the minimap near my artillery, so I try to get a soldier out and try to aim at it, but my artillery does something else, killing all of my units, destroying my supply trucks and all my artillery pieces. So looking at the last of my units, we don't have a lot left. We are pretty much centered around Alpha. We have guys on all sides of it, so this is a decent position to have, but we have no one protecting our rear. Our flanks are only covered by our infantry, and we don't really have any anti-tank guns. Surprisingly, the Soviets aren't pushing that much at us, just a couple of infantry, and we're able to deal with them pretty quickly. Soviets haven't placed weapons on the main road. I try to look for my artillery, but I forgot that they're already taken out, so we can't really do too much to them, except for moving a tank and try to kill them. I'm using my combat engineers to hold down my rear, just killing a couple infantry here and there, but a tank starts to flank us from the south, so an SMG unit pulls out its anti-tank grenade to get a good killing blow. Soviet mortars start covering the units on the south side, pushing into the backyard, so I try to get infantry over there as quickly as I can. A Soviet mortar hits my supply truck, so I push up my same soldier again to kill both of the crewmen. A bunch of Soviet snakes get caught off guard by the same SMG guy who's just been on a killing spree. After killing a Soviet soldier trying to flank us at close range, I push out my MG guy to start decrewing the guns in the middle of the road. Able to kill a lot of them on 2 of the guns, but another gun is able to get a nice clear shot on me. Hoping to do the same with the rifleman, I push him along the street, but he gets owned by a flat gun that I didn't see in the back. The Soviets have adapted the German blitzkrieg to their own tactics as my units fire from the windows, killing a couple of the infantry in the streets. Now trying to pincer move on the other side of the map, Soviets pushing another large element of infantry, rushing through the fields, killing a couple of my guys, but eventually we're able to tear most of them down. Running dangerously low on any AT weapons, tanks are able just to roll down the main road without any harm to them. I need to get them closer to my ammo supply point so I can start lobbing AT grenades at them. I swear, SMG soldiers are just racking in the kills on this map because, jeez Louise, they just mow anything down at close range. Except when I start whiffing all my shots. Trying to get any AT grenades we can, we start searching bodies for them as more and more Soviets start crawling through the streets, just getting mowed down by everything and anything. Those AT grenades come quickly in handy with another armored kill, and then this soldier just pops off with his SMG, killing so many more guys. Finally taking a break after killing 26 infantry in 3 different vehicles. Another Soviet tank tries to flank us from a different direction, but luckily I have another soldier that's ready for an AT grenade, throwing it, hitting it with 1 shot, killing it, and securing the victory. Okay, so yeah, that was a decent mission. It wasn't great, it wasn't terrible. We had some shenanigans happening with my artillery, destroying everyone in all my logistics and indirect fire support units. That was just insane. And then one of our guys popped off, killing 26 guys in 3 vehicles. MVP of the mission. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let me know if you guys want to know any more information. I can add some more stuff. I'll figure it out. But I can give you like kill counts and damage dealt or something like that. Maybe seeing what the statistics are at the end. But yeah, I'm having a blast making these. I hope you guys are enjoying them too. If you guys are, leave a like. If you're not, leave a comment. Or if you are, I guess. Or give me any feedback that you guys want. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.